let's talk about some factual things, some news and notes, things that are happening across NWSL, things that are happening in the world of women's soccer. We're going to just shout out some congratulations real quick during the start of this segment. Allie Long announcing and confirming that she's pregnant with twins, expecting twins. So that's a big deal. So congratulations to her and the family. I think maybe confirming some things for people who were looking at the availability report and saying excused absence, kind of wondering what was going on with Allie Long and how she's going to fit in Gotham FC. And the answer is not right now. She's got a new team that she's building, right? So shout out to Allie Long and congratulations to her. Some fun stuff happening out in Portland, though, Lisa. Co-ed charity match to raise funds for Ukrainian children and families affected by the war.
This is so huge. When I saw this announcement coming out of the Portland organization between the Thorns in the NWSL and the Timbers, the MLS side, this really just made me smile because these players have such an impact in the community and in the world. And now we're seeing it being put in action because Portland Thorns and the Timbers are hosting a co-ed charity match to raise funds for Ukrainian children and their families affected by the war. It's happening on Wednesday, April 27th, 9 p.m. Eastern. The broadcast details haven't been put out there yet, so check back on Portland Thorns website as we get closer to Wednesday, April 27th. And if I hear anything, I'll be sure to send that out. It will be broadcast on the website for Portland Thorns and Timbers. And it's going to be a full field, 60-minute match, mixed teams from both rosters, the Thorns and the Timbers. It's going to be free to the public. So if you're in the Portland area, head on over to Providence Park. Check this out. But the teams are encouraging donations that are going to go to UNICEF in the relief efforts that are happening. And the donations, this is also pretty cool, is going to be matched up to $100,000 by the teams. That is just fantastic. Christine Sinclair spoke out about it, saying that as professionals, it's important for them to use their platform for those in need right now. And that's in Ukraine. They're putting a special spotlight on that. It's something that she said the club has wanted to do for years, and this is one of the best reasons that they can pull it off, raise money for this important cause. And a match like this, it's pretty special. Not often do we get to see a mixed co-ed match happening between these two. So it'll be split up. For Thorns defender, Kelly Hubley will co-captain one team, while Christine Sinclair will co-captain another, along with players from the Timbers side. This is exciting. I'm excited to watch this actually because it will be streamed on the Portland Thorns website, and other broadcast details will be out soon. But I love this. This is fantastic. The players doing something in the community to give back to people in need, and that's the Ukrainian families right now.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. First time I think I've ever heard of something like this being done in terms of an MLS side and an NWSL side partnering to do something like this. And it's cool to sort of see that it's coming out of Portland, out of these players who have been pretty vocal in recent months about utilizing their platforms for much larger purposes. And I'm excited that there's already been team captains that have been chosen, and I'm curious as to what these teams are actually going to be looking like come kickoff. And hopefully everybody gets a chance to tune in, and if not, gets a chance to make a small donation, hopefully, for the event. Some other women's soccer news that's going to be taking precedence, I think, for us, because it was something we're going to keep our eye on, is an actual soccer match coming out of UEFA's Women's Champions League. The semifinals are set for Friday. Barcelona versus Wolfsburg, and then you have Lyon versus PSG on Sunday. It's getting down to the nitty-gritty in this one. Listen, I'm excited for this one. I hope everybody gets a chance to tune in. You can watch a ton of these matches on DAZN's YouTube channel if you haven't had the chance to check it out already. We also had an interview with Norwegian International Lyon superstar Ada Hedgeberg, and she spoke a little bit about getting back to the pitch, participating in UEFA's Women's Champions League. And honestly, I'm going to be keeping an eye on both of these matches, but knowing what we do here on Attacking Third, Lisa, and especially with us introducing our new United States Women's National Team Hour, I know we're going to be looking at Lyon for Lindsay Horan, Katerina Macario. Hopefully they can ball out.
I am very excited for these to happen, and we're talking about this on our Wednesday episode, even though these matches are happening on Friday. But we want everyone to be aware and to be paying attention to these because the Lyon versus PSG match, yeah, I'm very excited for that. I mean, when you look at Barcelona, they're just steamrolling everyone right now. So it'll be a great match. It'll be really fun to watch Barcelona, but I think the competition between Lyon and PSG is going to be a little tighter. So I'm more excited to tune into that match. And of course, Kat Macario, Lindsay Horan, we'll see what they can do. Macario just scored for Lyon the other day. Fantastic for her this past weekend. But yeah, the semifinals, they're here Friday. WUCL, check it out.
Yeah, right on. I'm with you. I'm excited for each of these matches. I know we're gonna have a close eye on the sort of French head to head. I was really looking, and I'm still looking forward to this. But I'm looking forward for Barcelona and Wolfsburg. It's gonna be another really highly attended match. A lot of these games so usually get a lot of eyeballs on them. It's nice to see fans sort of having their role back in setting the environment for some of these games. And Wolfsburg has been pretty impressive during their Champions League run and taking down Arsenal and now having to go up against Barcelona. The team recently announced that Lena Oberdorf suffered a sprained right knee and she's going to unfortunately miss the semifinals. That's a huge loss for Wolfsburg, but we'll see if they're how they're resilient or how they look to go ahead and sort of work past that, going up against such a powerhouse in Barcelona. So yeah, these two matches are, I think, set up for some fireworks for sure. And just to remind everybody, the Concacaf W Championship draw is taking place. By the time you listen to this episode, you might know the results already. So unfortunately, we do not know at this time, but we do know is that United States and Canada are going to be divided up into two groups, Group A and Group B. United States being the highest ranked team will be A1 in the Group A team, and then Group B will feature Canada as the second highest rated nation. So I'm excited for this draw taking place. We've got 6 teams that are going to be joining these two teams in July in Monterrey, Mexico for the CONCACAF W Championship. Mexico, Costa Rica, Jamaica, Haiti, Panama, Trinidad, and Tobago all going to be linking up, and 8 teams are going to get a chance to punch their ticket to the World Cup, Lisa.
It's a little stressful. I'm not going to lie. This is a little stressful just because it's all been happening. This buildup has been happening for so long. We talked about it like in the summer last year, months and months ago, about how the CONCACAF W Championship qualifiers just finished most recently, and now the draw is happening for the W Championship, and Canada and the United States have been out of the qualifiers because they qualified directly for the W Championship that's happening. That will happen this July, but the draw, seeing who the United States gets to face against, of course, by the time of you guys all listen to this episode, it'll have already happened. So check out Attacking Third Twitter at Attacking Third. We'll have some info there on who you can expect the United States to play, who Canada is going to face against, because the US and Canada are going to be in different groups for this W Championship. So it is a potential that they meet for the CONCACAF W Championship title game that's happening in the middle of July. But it's exciting, Sandra. It's all here. You think that like the 2023 Women's World Cup is in the distant future, but it's not. All of the moving parts happen right now. In about 2 months, just under 2 months, hopefully Vlatko Andonovski will have named his World Cup qualifying roster. There's still so many moving parts leading up to that. There's just so much to cover, and I'm excited.
Look, and in case you're listening along to us right now on this episode and you were completely in the dark or completely unaware that the CONCACAF W Championship draw was even taking place this week, don't worry. You can go catch it on Paramount Plus. We got that live where you'll be able to go ahead and check it out there. Just pull up the app and find out for yourself who won. Or you could check out the results on CBSSports.com as well.